again, hello and welcome to Habitat Studios in Manchester for the latest edition of Mancunia TV, Manchester's original and best grassroots rock and roll TV channel. We've just had the pre-party in the other room with MC Tunes, and now we've got our amazing Mancunian audience with us. And you as well. We've got a brilliant lineup as well. Later on, we have got live music from Naomi Kalu and Strawberry Lemonade. We've got spoken word with Keith's brother and Ilaria, the storyteller. And we are going to be in conversation with Cliff and Rob from Northside ahead of their comeback tour, and also DJ Absolute. But to start, don't forget, make sure you share this on all the socials. We have got our house band. They are one of the best bands around. Make some noise for the Information Highway. Thank you.
Just in my life, yes, I feel no shame. Yes, I call your name, but you don't respond. Like you're alive. Just come and heal my heart. 'Cause life on earth is like a soulless hole. Yes, in my now she's not ready to leave you yet, but in a strange kind of way, she's already late. Now there were times when I felt taking you there. Yes, in my life.
Should we give him the chance?
This next one is a new one. So the first time we've ever played it. So you're all very lucky. So if you have a few mistakes, just grin and bear it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck this right up.
You better
Well, you've
believe
never
it.
heard it, so you won't know. You'll be like, oh yeah, it's fucking.
Information Highway.
That wasn't called La La La, by the way. That was called The Chant.
Yeah. We find if we give you easy words, you can sing along. Well done.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Nice one.
What a way to start. Let's hear it for the Information Highway. So you are watching Mancunia TV live from Habitat Studios in Manchester. And if you're thinking like, oh, I watch that every month, it's really good. If you want to be part of it, there's a bar where MC Tunes is DJing. Then we always sell the tickets out. It's recorded the last Wednesday of every month. I had to think then. The last Wednesday of every month we're here. All you need to do is follow us on all the socials and find out who's going to be on each month. Another sold out crowd tonight here in Manchester. And what can you do when you've got a sold-out crowd? You bring a legendary Mancunian DJ, and that's exactly what we've got in DJ Absolute. How are you doing, mate?
I'm pretty good, thanks.
Good to see you. Let's hear it, DJ Absolute.
Great crowd, innit? Great crowd.
Brilliant, innit?
Yeah,
Proper
I love
buzz.
the place here. I love it. It's
You
really
know
nice.
what? Loads of people have tried doing this over the years, but Mancunia TV, we're still here.
Yeah.
Still here.
I used to watch you years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, and it was MMT, was it?
Yeah, MMTV, then we dropped
yeah.
an M, and here we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got loads to get through in a really, really short space of time. We're going to talk all about your career, but let's go right back to the beginning. Where did it begin in music for you? What are your first memories of music?
It actually began, I was about 8 years old and I seen a DJ and I just sort of like, you know, I think it was a wedding or something, and I thought, that's what I want to do. And then when I was 14, 40 years ago, started DJing at the local youth club. And when I was 15, I was DJing my first nightclub residency at a place in Oldham called the Garden of Eden in the middle of this little housing estate. And it just went on from there. And then the big break came in Bowlers in 95. And then never looked back since then. Travelled the world. It's been great.
So when you were DJing in the early days, doing that place in Oldham and doing all that kind of stuff, I'm presuming you were playing normal, generic
I was
middle
doing,
of the
yeah,
road.
well, I did a few years of like weddings and, you know, dance around your handbag clubs. And I think that really, it was priceless because I got to learn how to work a crowd and, you know, real entertainments rather than just DJing.
Yeah, it's important that. So
Yeah.
when did the break come? You went from doing, you know, the functions and the clubs in Oldham and stuff like that to Bowlers. That's a big step. How did that happen?
Well, I was doing some dance music in a little place in Todmorden, and someone from Bowlers came in and offered me a job in the 90s, in 93. But I just said no because I didn't think anything of it. And like back in the acid days, I kind of moved away from dance music a bit because I didn't really like the high frequencies. So I went back, and someone just took me to Bowlers in 95, and that was it. It was like, hallelujah.
You ended up doing 6 years at Bowlers for the legendary Life, you know, club night and all that. What are your fond memories of that period? Because that really was an iconic club night.
Oh, it was amazing, yeah. Life was some of the greatest days. I was so blessed to be part of it. Not just part of it, like one of the biggest DJs there, really. I was a monthly headliner for like 6 years until it stopped from 95 to 2001. The best night, really, was a night called Betty Swallock's in 97. I ended up doing an hour and a half in the first room and another hour in the other room as well. So that was amazing. Dancing on top of the speakers. Mind you, the weight of me now, I'd probably go through the speakers. But, yeah.
We all know what a legendary place Bowlers is. What was it that made Life so special out of all the club nights?
I think the fact that they didn't sell beer. And so there was no real bad attitudes anywhere. And, you know, people just travelled from miles around. And, you know, whether it was stuff they taken that made them friendly, I don't know. I like to think it was the music. So, but, yeah, it was just the great atmosphere, the best ever.
You were at Bowlers for 6 years doing Life. What happened after that? What was your next move?
Well, I did a lot of hardcore stuff. I've been blessed, really, in my career. I've, like, headlined in like 4 or 5 different genres, doing some of the biggest things. I've been really lucky. Just right place at the right time, really.
As well as DJing, DJ Absolute, you've done a lot of production work as well, and some of the people you've worked with include Flo Rida, Kelly Lorena, and Atomic Kitten.
Yeah.
Tell us how you got involved doing production for them kind of artists.
I think it all started with, I just got a first setup, and then I was talking to a friend who was doing some work with Hazel O'Connor. And so all of a sudden, my first gig was like working with Hazel O'Connor. And then that looked great on the CV. And it just sort of steamrolled. I got a manager through another contact, another friend. And I've just really been lucky to be in the right place at the right time. And my manager was Atomic Kitten's manager. And everything just went from there. And then the next minute, Flo Rida's on the phone. And I've been really, really lucky.
You've done a load of amazing things over the last 30 years, and I don't always like the word favourite because I think if you work in music, you're lucky to do any of it. Yeah. What would be your highlights, though, of the last 30 years, the highlights of what you've done?
The one that comes straight to mind is Rock the Park in front of 23,000. Just, you could feel like the earth moving, for want of a better phrase. But, yeah, that was really special. The Betty Swallock's night at Bowlers. That just, yeah. Sometimes
that's stuck in your mind, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a real. I don't know. Nothing's really come close to that one. apart from the Rock the Park, the 23,000.
How much do you think the whole dance scene and the whole music scene has changed over the last 30 years since you were doing live?
Oh, it's changed massively. I mean, the advent of the DJ controller, as you know, the sync buttons, means anyone can do it, which is a good thing and can be a bad thing for people who struggle. But I mean, like, nowadays, it's with social media, it's so easy to get noticed, but harder to stand out in the crowd. Like, when I got a break, I had a plan of people, like, especially bowlers, they were getting like 1,000 demo tapes a week. And remember tapes. So I thought, you know, if I just give a tape to the manager, it's going straight in the bin. So I had a plan of, like, get to know somebody who was his best mate and then give him the tape. And that worked a treat. And I think, really, if you just find a way, it's a lot more difficult because the market's really flooded now. I think, you know, if just be yourself, just be something a bit different, try. I just thought it was important to just stand out regardless. I was never the best mixer. I was never the best scratcher. I was never the best entertainer, but all in all package, I think I've done all right.
Great advice, that. What are you up to at the moment, then?
Just recording studio. I'm getting a bit too old for dancing on top of speaker stacks. So I like to make other people famous now. So I have, excuse me, look on Rework Studios, .co.uk or Rework Studios on Facebook. I do a lot of vocal engineering, mainly, and just mix down and mastering for people. I'm still doing a bit of production. I'm doing Nicky MC Tunes' new EP as well, so look out for that. It's going to be big.
So what does the future hold for DJ Absolute? Can we see you DJing anywhere again, or is it pretty much production's the way forward for you?
I will be DJing because I love it so much, but mainly the production. I'm loving the industry. I've literally, I mean, this is my 41st year as a DJ, and I spent 20 years without even having a day off, 7 days a week. You know, never even had a holiday. So during the popular time in the 90s. And I'm really happy in the studio now.
Do you know what? And it's good that you're still at it and still involved with music. If people want to find out more about what comes next for you and what your projects are and where they can find you, where's the best place to look?
Yeah, either Facebook, Rework Studios, or just look for Mike Absolute, not the other guy in London. Or reworkstudios.co.uk. Send us a message if you get in touch.
Make sure you do that. And, of course, MC Tunes, who's involved with this, his new EP is going to be mixed, as you heard.
Yeah,
by
we're redoing
The
The Only Rhyme That Bites right now.
When's that coming out, then?
Well, there's a few things which we're going to be talking about, probably exclusively on here in the next one or the one after that.
He's looking over here as if to say, shit, am I meant to be saying this?
Yeah, no, we've got a few exciting things. There may be a remix competition. We're working out some details.
And I'm right in thinking that you're going to tell us first about it.
We're going to be definitely breaking it here, yeah. Probably doing a performance, yeah.
It's been a real pleasure having you with us. Good luck with everything. You don't need good luck with what you're doing, but, you know, we wish you all the best with it.
I
and it's been
appreciate
great
that.
in here. DJ Absolute.
Thank you. That's so Dave.
Still to come, music from Naomi Kalu and the brilliant Strawberry Lemonade. Our poet, as Keith Brother, has got a really special guest with him as well. But now, some really, really good news, and that is the fact that Northside are back. And I am joined on Mancunia by two of the members of the band, Cliff and Rob. Lads, how are you doing?
All right. I'm all right, kids. It's lovely to be back.
It's good to see you be back. And we're going to talk as much as we can, but right. So, Cliff, let's go back 6 years. It's 6 years since we lost Timmy. Why is now the right time for Northside to get back together?
Well, it's not really in our hands how it happened. It's just... I can call it. All I'm doing here, I'm at home, I'm doing my thing, I'm in my rut. I'm going to be homeless, I'm going to be this. My mum died, my brother, best mate died the week after this time what's going on. I'm in a rut. So, watching Dermo keeps going, doesn't it? Keeps going. So, I want to see him in Glasgow when he was supporting town. And we met up and had a laugh and it was a buzz. So, I told Well, because we always keep in touch with Well, the drummer, I said, that was a fucking mint night, sorry for swearing. Wow, yeah. So, Well was like, we should go and get it and do it. And I thought, after all that time, like you said then, and plus, we got over, well, we'll never get over Timmy, but it was a time of like, why don't we kick this stuff in the arse? You know what I mean? Like, let's. So I was like, yeah, go with the demo. And he's going, well, you two go and get it together then. Go and get a room and work it out between your bass and drums. So they've got a Wells house. And he's like, it's just too easy. So we did it and went to the demo and he went, right. So we're in the practice room. And after all them years, like, I think it's like 2014, 2015 since I played and all the same. And we just nailed it. It was like second nature.
It is good that you are back. You are about to do the Shall We Take Another Trip tour. Obviously, losing Timmy, you needed a new guitarist, and in comes Rob from the brilliant band Heavy Salad. Rob, how did you get involved with Northside?
So, Andy Wood and Steve Harrison kind of like managers, don't they, and stuff. Yeah, and Andy always championed Heavy Salad and stuff. So when they were looking for a guitar player, he had a word with a mate called Steve Ackley, who I'd played with before, and they gave us a shout and said, do you fancy trying out for Northside? So learned the songs, met Dermo, met these guys, got in a room and, yeah, smashed it out. And they've looked after me, made me one of the gang. So, like, you know, it's the four of us and just excited.
I did it more, though, didn't I?
Well, you messaged me more at night, like, Cliff, so the thing is, like, Dermo and Wall always, you know, it's like a midnight cut-off, like Cliff's like, it's like 4 in the morning and he's, you know, I don't know if it's band related, this shit he sends me at that time, but like, yeah.
I mean, Northside, that album, Chicken Rhythms, what an iconic album. How much did you know about that album before you joined the band? Were you a fan?
Like, I was a fan of, like, Take a Trip and Take 5 and stuff like that, but I hadn't heard all the Chicken Rhythms, and, like, because obviously I'm a bit younger than the guys, but when I heard it, I was like, it's fucking mint, I'm going to chuck myself into this. Yeah.
I love you, man.
I love you too, man.
Beautiful, isn't it? Do you know what? I mean, obviously, filling Timmy's boots would have been hard. Rob's come in the band and absolutely nailed it. What is it about Rob that's made him fit into the band so well?
He did it in 1 week, the album. Every single part of what Timmy played, and that was intricate things. I know it might not sound it on the record when you hear what Tim was actually playing, but there's a lot of serious, difficult guitar playing going on in there and changes. So he nailed it, and then had his own he puts his own stamp on it as well.
The thing is, like, with Timmy's guitar playing, it's beautiful, and it's so detailed. Like, he can make the same chord, like, do 1,000 different things. So that was the most difficult thing working out. But I said to the lads, I said, if I'm going to do it, Timmy's not here anymore. He's not like some guy that you've fallen out with. So when the Northside fans come to the gigs, I want it to sound like Timmy's playing. So I'm trying to do my best to make it detailed, like, make it sound like Timmy. He will be in the room because his riffs will be...
Do you know what? That's one of the most respectful things I've ever heard. I think you'll agree. Do you know what, though? So, like, Rob, learning the songs is one thing. Learning, all them amazing tracks is one thing. But getting together for rehearsals, how did it all feel in rehearsals, being with such an iconic band?
Honestly, it just felt absolutely magic. These guys are so fluid. They're like the real deal. No nonsense, like...
I made you feel at ease, didn't I?
Yeah, I say, yeah. It's like once you sent me those things you sent me in the middle of the night, I just felt like there was no barriers anymore. And the guys are proper on it. Like, they're detailed, they know what they're doing, and it's just magic.
He's not behind the door, and he knows that we knows that Dermo knows.
Do you know what? 1991's album, Chicken Rhythms, what an amazing album. We can't wait to hear it live again on the tour. But I've got to ask, I can't not ask the question. You've got a new, person in the band. You've got Rob in the band. Can we expect any new Northside music?
Too right. Already on it. Already on it.
And is that going to be in the form of playing it live, or can we expect it to be on an album, or what?
You're going to hear a couple on the new tour. Yeah?
Yeah, and there's some other stuff allegedly.
We've got other things a lot of big things coming.
I can't not ask the question, is it going to be a couple of singles, or can we expect that second album we've been waiting for?
I'm going to be famous. We're going to be famous again. We've got it all in the pipeline, everything. Real genuine friends are serious. You're gonna fucking love it.
Yes.
I'm not bullshitting. Yeah, we're on it. Especially he's made it easier. We're all older now, so we're more chilled out rather than someone going, and all that crap. I wanted to play that, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. All that's gone. I've opened too much gate there, I know.
Do you know what? It's a beautiful...
Get it off me.
Steve, our manager's gonna murder us now for saying that. But yeah, there is.
Do you know what? It's a beautiful thing seeing what a tight unit you are again. The Shall We Take Another Trip tour starts next month. You're going to Nottingham, London, Leeds, Skegness, Darwin, 2 gigs in Glasgow, Bristol, and of course Gorilla in Manchester. Rob, what happens after these dates? Have we got any plans for any more gigs after this tour?
Big surprise at Christmas.
Yeah, this.
Tell him.
We're gonna be delivering presents to all the Northside fans at Christmas just as well. No.
We are, aren't we?
There's things happening towards the end of the year. We can't say.
Do you know what? I know you can't say, but it's just, I think everyone will agree, it's just good to hear that there is things happening. Cliff can tell us, they are.
Ah, grass. Right, Thermal. Right. Ready?
Come on, this is what we're here for.
Thermal's getting a penis extension.
Front page at Manchester Evening News that next week. Do you know what? It is so good to see you back. I know that you can't tell us a lot of things what are going to be coming up as well. You've got the tour. You've just sold us his new music as well. If people want to keep up to date with the world of Northside, Rob, where are we going to find out what's going on other than Mancunia?
You can follow Northside on Facebook and Twitter and all the places. Like yeah, it's all on there. Like so. Yeah, like, or you can you can go to Cliff's house and he'll tell you all about it. Like, yeah, lives in Moston. So.
We can come at my house, everyone. Really, I watch Terrifier Freak, and I'll tell you everything whoever stays long enough. But it's true, isn't it, Rob? We really are more bond now. Everything's going to be brilliant.
Do you know what?
Everything's coming. Honest, this year, everyone who likes Northside, seriously, does love the music. You're going to get loads of treats coming soon.
Do you know what? You've just used one word there that absolutely sums this interview up, and that's bond, and we can see that already. It is so good to have you back. Northside are on tour next month. It is the Shall We Take Another Trip tour. You've just heard it here. There's new music coming out as well. Will you please show some absolute respect for what a Manchester band from Northside, Cliff and Rob.
One more thing. Who's gonna buy me a drink, please?
You are watching Mancunia TV. All the bands you see on this programme, it is all about grassroots Mancunia TV. All the bands you see, as well as following us, do follow all of them as well, because it is important. And don't forget, if you do know anyone that doesn't know about Mancunia TV, tell them all about it, because it is important. We've been going, I think, 6 years now, and we're still here in Manchester at Habitat Studios, and it's time for some more live music. Will you please welcome to Mancunia, make some noise for Strawberry Lemonade.
Told me so
face. Every time I close my eyes, doubts a lie. Told me a lie. Told me a lie. Lie, 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 lie. Told me a lie. Told me you'd stay with me till the end of time. All I had to do was give you all I had. That terrible cry. That terrible cry. Mancunia TV, how we doing? We alright? You all have a good night so far? We are Strawberry Lemonade. We've got one more song for you. This next song is our new single. We've not announced it yet. It's getting announced tomorrow, but we'll tell you first. It's coming out on the 21st of February. This one's called Bother It All. Voice inside my head tells me not to give up on it, but I just don't know what more I can do. 'Cause I can't find what I'm looking for. No, I can't find what I'm looking for. Thank you. You've been Strawberry Lemonade. Have a good night.
let's hear it. A massive thank you to Strawberry Lemonade. You are watching Mancunia TV from Habitat Studios in Manchester. Thank you for supporting it. Continue to share. It is grassroots rock and roll TV, Manchester's original, and we're still at it. We've got more live music in a bit from Naomi Kalu, but now it is time to welcome our spoken word legendary resident poet. Is that a fair comment? Keith's brother.
Good evening. Welcome to the Poets' Corner. I think this is episode 5. So this is now officially the longest job that I've ever had. So coming up tonight, we've got Ilaria, the storyteller, who'll be here very shortly. But first, they love it when I say that, Dave. Have you noticed? But first, this is about the perils of Instagram and looking for that girl you used to fancy at school. It's called The Swimmer. Samantha takes you down to a place by the water, serving toast with avocado, an omelette's filled with peppers, and her hair's so much darker than you ever could remember. And her hands are now tattooed with rings across each finger, and she stares just for a second, 'cause that's all that she needs to see if it's been worth it, all this messaging for the past 2.5 weeks. You want to hold her hand, but that's probably a bit weird, and that's what she once called you, the time you wrote that card and left it on her desk just before English, and you saw it in a bag, so you know that she kept it. So you're out here treading water in Bruce Lee style pyjamas, just like when you was 12, hoping someone might notice. Been watching her for months, scrolling through the timeline, through the holidays in Dubai and that wedding in the Maldives, but he's been missing from the photos. You worked out about 8 years, so she's focused on the salon and her daughter's martial arts. Now you're walking by the lake and you want to ask her if she saw you that night behind the bowling green as she wraps herself around him, when her eyes clenched in the streetlight and you froze just like a statue, and you really wanted to save her, but she didn't need saving. Now she stares across the lake and talks of her new Audi, how it cost her 15 grand, but she wants to change the colour, and her ex-boyfriend's still in prison for that thing he did in Thailand, and she still writes him letters, though she's not that really bothered. She spent a summer in Ibiza, had a thing with Brandon Block, and he still texts her on her birthday. She even gets a mention in his book. And then she asked the question, the one you always feared, where you have to make out that you've been interested in for the past 25 years. And somewhere in the distance, in the middle of the lake, a 12-year-old treads water and gives his head a shake. The cold's starting to set in, and he feels a bit of a clown, and his Bruce Lee style pyjamas are pulling him further down. So you tell her that her parking runs out in half an hour, For the first time you start to think what life would be like without her. And as your engine starts, you make the call and say the words aloud. Okay, Google, how do I delete an Instagram account?
I found a few articles on the Google Help Center that might answer your question. I sent them in a notification to your phone.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Very kind. Very kind. Okay, so Ilaria, the storyteller, I met her a few years ago. She used to do a night called Just Stories at Gulliver's in Manchester. I'm sure you know where it is. So I saw her perform then, and I always thought she was brilliant, very different, a unique way of telling stories. Then about a year ago, I come home from work and I was having my tea and I put the telly on, and there was this programme on about people going walking, and it was about it was a bit like Coach Trip, but for people who do walks. So it's 4 people, and you had to pick their favourite walk. And Ilaria was on it. And I'm like, oh, what freaking hell is she doing on telly? So she's sort of famous as well in a way, because she's been on TV. I still don't know how she ended up on there now. I've got stuff I need to do to read out about you, because she's... I'm going to say all that now, because I'll probably make a mess of it if I didn't. So she is an award-winning storyteller. She's been described as twisting, uplifting and constantly funny by the British Theatre Guide. She also hosts quite a well-known night called For Boasts at the King's Arms in Salford. We're dead chuffed that she's accepted the invitation to be here tonight. Please make some noise for Ilaria, the storyteller.
Thank you so much. So that series that that you're talking about was called Take a Hike, and I think it was only people over 65 that watched it. You were probably the youngest viewer. Because when it came on, I thought, oh, I'm going to get recognised everywhere. But it was like people that were just leaving like the Women's Institute and stuff, and it wasn't really for me. But on the first episode that you watched, I deep-throated an egg. A boiled egg, yeah, I know. And it made the cut, so that's how bad the programme was. So, the first story that I'm going to do for you all is called Dead Pets. Now, sadly, this actually is a true story. So, tissues at the ready for tears. So, we are gathered here today to put to rest Rosie and Jim. Sadly, our guinea pigs passed away. So my sister and I did the standard thing of scooping up the guinea pigs, and we shoved them into a quick save carrier bag, and then we poked that carrier bag into a Quality Street tin. We are gathered here to put to rest Rosie and Jim. My sister and I held a very earnest funeral, and we invited every kid on the street, including Nathan on the end, that no one really liked. Lots of eczema, a bit of a weird kid. Nathan on the end sniggered at the death of Rosie and Jim, and my little sister went mad. She became all pointed finger and dangerous eyes. Now, she was only 5, but she had the mouth of a truck driver. You know what, Nathan? If you don't take this seriously, you can fuck off. Oh. Now, I think she heard this language from Channel 5. Now, I turned it on one night. Nipples everywhere. Do you watch Channel 5? Yes, you will when you get in straight away. So she had the mouth of a truck driver, and she was terrifying. Now, since then, she's actually become a vet nurse, but I think it's just that the animals get better purely out of fear. So Nathan on the end sort of, faked crying and did a bit of an apology. And my sister said, you know what, Nathan? You're lucky to be invited. No one here actually likes you, The other kids attending the funeral half nodded in agreement. Truth be told, we didn't like Nathan on the end at all, or Rosie and Jim, the guinea pigs. Now, the guinea pigs were a gift from our errant father, the Italian. Now, we didn't call him Papa or Daddy. He was the Italian. One day, he phoned up and said in his thick Italian accent, "Ciao, ciao, I have 2 guinea pigs. You will take them. 1 girl and 1 boy." My mum joked in her Scottish accent, "Oh, hopefully not in the same hutch." "Si, same hutch, but they are a brother and sister, good friends." Now, I don't know about you lot, but guinea pigs, they're not really like us, are they? I mean, they see something, they will try to have sex with it. Although I'm pretty sure that some of you probably, oh yeah, look, nodding over here. So I knew that this one did that, but now I know that you do, and you, I've got a feeling when you get in as well, you'll be doing all sorts. So she's a voyeur. She used to watch the guinea pigs getting up to all sorts. So suddenly we had these guinea pigs. Now, the Italian, he wouldn't buy us vegetables or school uniforms or book doctor's appointments, but he was always turning up with pets that my mum would have to look after. So one time, a year later, my sister and I, we did something very normal. We dug up the guinea pigs. Now, I know it was wrong. Now, the thing is I was just morbid and weak-willed. Plus, we'd been doing about the resurrection at school and, you know, whilst I didn't think that guinea pigs went to heaven, I thought, well, they must go somewhere, so it's probably best to check. So, my sister and I argued over who was going to open the bag. You, Ilaria. No, you. Fine. I took the lid off the tin and I peered inside the quick-save carrier bag to be met with a face of green, dead guinea pig mist. We immediately threw down the tin and ran into the house screaming, well, what the bloody hell were you both expecting to see? My mum is Glaswegian and she takes no shit. So, after that, we didn't really want another guinea pig. We were put off guinea pigs. So we moved on to having a cat called Chi-Chi, another gift from the Italian. I remember one time when Chi-Chi the cat got parcel tape stuck to her, which meant that when I ripped off the tape, I had just performed my first bikini wax, aged 9. And probably my last one, actually. They're overrated, aren't they? Yeah, well, there you go. Look, he likes a full bush. So poor Chi-Chi the cat. I remember one day we looked out of the window and we saw her just sunbathing in the middle of the road. Spoiler alert, she wasn't sunbathing. She was dead. Another dead pet. My mum did the very sensitive thing of scooping up the cat and putting her out on the front lawn for her children to morbidly stare at all morning. Now, in the afternoon, my mum went out and had to deal with the cat. Now, she used one of our Barbie boxes as a non-biodegradable coffin. The cat was big, the box was quite small. So my mum did the only thing that made sense. She snapped the cat in half to ensure a snug, albeit horrific fit. Well, she had to fit it in, didn't she? She had to fit it in. Now, I chose the wrong moment to walk around the corner and ask for a biscuit. My mum, she was holding onto the cat's legs, but rigor mortis had set in, so can you imagine that? That's a sight, isn't it? Holding onto its little feet while she twatted its feline head against the concrete step. Hello, love, will you pass me that box? Now, I didn't want a part in this, but I'm such a people pleaser that I was suddenly an accomplice. Moral of the story is don't have pets because they die. Thank you. There we go. Thank you very much. So you've had, mind blown. I like that. Yeah, oh God, yeah, I know. You're learning so much sat on the front row, honestly. Now, this next story is called The Naked Family. Now, sadly, this one is also true. So, I grew up in a naked family. I'm sure some of you lot did as well. Guinea pig watcher. Naked family. Oh, well, I did. And I thought this was a normal thing until I got a lot older. Now, I remember one time I came downstairs and my mum was sat on the sofa, stark bollock naked, making a papier-mâché doll's house. Well, stark bollock naked is probably the wrong phrase. She doesn't have bollocks. Well, not physical ones, anyway. She looked up at me and casually said, oh, hello, my wee toots. It's not normal, is it? And then she looked at me and said, oh, I think that'll be my frozen lamb chops. I heard the microwave ping and off she went. Now, the only normal thing in our house was the placement of the microwave. And I remember I sat on the squishy sofa with my naked mummy eating the lamb chops. And I thought, when I'm older, will I wear clothes? Or will I be naked like her? Now that I'm older, I admire a lot of things about my mum, including the nakedness. But I'm not quite as liberal as her. I mean, I just love comfy clothes and lots of layers. And I remember when we first came over to England, we'd lived in Italy and it was lovely and hot, and I'd come over here and I was at school shivering in a cardigan that was buttoned up to my chin. And I said to the teacher, do we have summer in this country? And she said, yes, Ilaria, it's July. It's summer now. And I've been a fan of layers ever since. But my mum being Glaswegian, she doesn't feel the cold. Now, one day, I was up in my bedroom. I was a teenager by this point, and I decided to be free and embrace the family dynamic. Oh, I danced naked. Now, Wayne the window cleaner, he was a lovely lad, and the story could probably end there, couldn't it? Because you see where it's going now. Wayne the window cleaner would come round and clean everyone's windows. Oh, and I loved the way that he carried that bucket. Oh, the way he'd move that sponge across the windows. He used to really make those windows sparkle. And it really did something for me. I'd look at him and I'd think, oh, what a man. Now, looking back, he wasn't a man at all. He was probably about 15 at the height of my crush. And I don't think he was an actual official window cleaner. I think he was just a man with a bucket. Now, he seemed happy to be cleaning windows whether or not he was actually getting paid, which I think we can all agree is a little bit weird. So, there I was, dancing naked. Now, my gangly limbs took on a life of their own. Was I a good dancer? No. Did I care? Not yet. Now, I remember I was listening to Tragedy by Steps, and I was really going for it. My limbs were everywhere. Now, Wayne, he didn't stick to a normal schedule. He didn't have his own timetable. He would just turn up whenever, so we didn't ever know when he was going to come and clean these windows. Now, I remember I spotted him as I was dancing to Tragedy by Steps, and then Black Lace kicked in with Agadoo, the remix from Hell. I locked eyes with Wayne, and he disappeared down his ladder. I remember I grabbed the first things I could find to cover my nipples with. Some pots and pans from my sister's play kitchen. To make it weirder, that's where I used to go and do the dancing, in her bedroom. So I covered my nipples and Wayne disappeared, my beloved Wayne. Now, you might be thinking, well, why was Wayne horrified? You know, surely a naked dancing girl would be an exciting thing in such a small village. But to shatter your illusions, I was wearing a knitted bobble hat that I got from the market. A knitted bobble hat and a bare arse just shouldn't be a thing. Plus, I think Wayne was more into sort of rap and burning stuff. I think the music put him off a bit. And I've since looked him up on Facebook. He's in prison. He's a bad boy. He didn't want to be listening to Steps. Now, ever since then, Wayne, I used to see him all the time around the village, and he pretended to not know our family for 10 years. Now, it took me years before I had the courage to dance naked again. But this time, I made sure that the curtains were drawn and that no one was coming round. Now, the gas man didn't know what he missed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Brilliant, thanks so much. Please give it up one more time for Ilaria, the storyteller. Brilliant. I think it was the way you said the word twatted that got me. It's just really poetic. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. Just one thing I've got to raise. If anyone's in town, Manchester on Saturday, there is 10 Below Festival. It's happening at 53 2 Bar. I think it's 15 quid all day. There's different bands on, and I will be performing too at the ungodly hour of 9:30. Is that right, Owen? I'm normally in bed by then, but I'll make an exception for Saturday. Okay, thanks everybody for coming out. We'll see you next month. Cheers, thanks.
Let's hear it for Keith's brother and his special guest. Okay, I think we're going to have a 5-minute break, and then we've got Naomi playing live for us as well. But let's hear it for Ilaria and obviously Keith's brother. So let's hear it for Keith's brother and Ilaria, the storyteller. Amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share this all over Mancunia TV, the original Manchester's rock and roll grassroots TV channel. We are going to be back here filming it at Habitat Studios on the last Wednesday in February. If you want to be involved, just follow us on social media. All the information will be on there. It's not just this room as well. We've got the other room with MC Tunes, playing some tunes. So it's a proper top night as well, isn't it? Do you agree, yeah? Yay! Before we do bring our final acts on, a massive thank you to Strawberry Lemonade, The Information Highway, Northside, DJ Absolute, Keith's brother and Ilaria, and all of the team here at Mancunia TV, and of course our amazing audience. They weren't expecting that. Our amazing audience. Share this, Mancunia Rock and Roll TV from Manchester. It's a real pleasure now to close the show. Will you make some noise with a band? Naomi Kalu.
Hello. Are you all good? Yeah. You're really, really warm in this room. Yeah. We're probably warm up here. So, I'm Naomi Kalu, N-A-O-M-I, K-A-L-U. This is the band. This is Dean. Woo! Dean. Dean, Jake, Izzy, Josh, and I'm going to play 2 songs, and it's the first one, and it's called Caesar Rising.
Go on.
It's That water was really cold on my teeth. This next one's called Don't Look in the Mirror. Don't try and make sense of it. Just enjoy it. Oh yeah, I don't think... Can I pull it? Can I pull this out? I'm taking the guitar.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, you ready?
It's not one, no.
Watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me.
watching, you watching, you watching me, watching, you watching me. Thank you. That's not what you're doing.
Yes. Let's see it for Naomi Kalu. And the Naomi Kalu band. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here on last Wednesday in February. 26th of February it is. We'll see you back here then. But from me, Georgina, Natt, Anton, MC Tunes and Kieran, thank you. Good night.